Good morning everyone, I'm Princess. Now I'll discuss to you the essential principles in event marketing. In order to create a successful event, you must follow the 5 essential principles in event marketing, such as attract participants, select the right venue, maximize the numbers of visitors, and create and build relationship with the visitors and participants. First off, participants. For your information, the participants are those who take part in an event. An example would be a person dancing at a dance party. In selecting participants, you should get the right ones. First, appropriate. When your participants are suitable, the flow of the event will be better, unlike when you just take them and without knowing their characteristics towards your event, the flow of an event will not be good. In order to get the appropriate ones, you got to put qualifications like gender and age qualifications. Participants should also be kept in touch, identified, and informed. Yes, we have to maintain a good communication with them to answer their queries and clarifications. We can put up a website that will serve as their source of information regarding of the event. Next, venue. Venue has something to do with getting the right location. Choose an accessible and attractive venue. The venue must be able to accommodate the numbers of visitors and exhibitors and must be convenient. By this, we can be able to give or create a good comfort and value to our audiences. Next, visitors. Attract the maximum number of the visitors. These 4 strategies or tactics being presented will help you to make an organized event that will help you to captivate the heart of your audiences. By this, they will feel like accompanied and valued. For communication. Communication is a crucial part in advertising or marketing your event, for it maintains and establishes good trust between you and your audience and also to the event that you want to present to the public. By having a good communication, we must build interest and anticipation, communicate in the period leading up to the event, and use social media. Last, relationship. Build relationships with your customer. Ask them about their feedbacks, publish news related to your event, and encourage visitors and participants to exchange views and information to social media to build a sense of community around your event. Relationship is important for it allows your organization to offer more enticing and personalized experience to your audiences.
This time, we're going to tackle about marketing plans for an event or performance. By the way, my name is Biolo Justino Ramos and good day. There is one major difference between promoting an event or a performance and promoting other types of products or services, which is the deadline. Customers who haven't purchased tickets by the time the curtain goes up aren't going to buy at all. This time constraint will affect planning, publicity and advertising, and sometimes even pricing strategies for your small business. Planning your event. In organizing an event, it is very important to know in advance how many seats you need to fill and at what admission price. It is to meet your financial goals for the event, and also it is to ensure that the right things you need like personals, investments, equipment, and so forth. And this will be available to get you to wherever you plan on going. And also, you must consider the venue, speakers and entertainment, staffing, signage and branding, technology expenses, promotional expenses, and emergency funds. Next is understanding your audience. It is important to understand the demographics of your intended audience as you begin your marketing plan. Unless you have a large marketing budget, you'll need to target your promotional efforts to those media that reach the people most likely to buy tickets for the particular events. By knowing their age, income, and ticket buying habits, of your target audience will help you plan what media outlets to focus on. Other fun demographics such as gender and ethnicity might also have an impact on your promotional efforts. If you're not sure, ask the management of the act you're booking or the venue you're hiring for pointers. We have here prepare your publicity hit list. Once you know who your target audience is, draw up a list of the channels through which you can reach them, starting with those that won't cost advertising dollars. Or for instance, identify the radio station that your target demographic listeners or listen to and find out if they air an event calendar. If they do, make sure you're on it. Utilize popular social media websites such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It is to create buzz for the event. Also, determine if there are any on-air interview opportunities on these stations. Identify local daily or weekly newspapers, city magazines, and other publications that your target audience reads and send them a press kit. And of course, don't forget fan websites and local entertainment websites. Most of them will list you for free. Meaning, social media are very interactive computer mediated technologies that will help your product or your event known by the audience and be recognized by the audience or by the people. Consider advertising. Print and broadcast advertising is expensive, so don't rush into it unless you are sure your budget will support it. Again, demographics come into play. You need to know, for instance, which sections of the local newspapers your target audience reads, or what time slots they are most likely to be listening to specific radio stations before you make your media buy. Also, judge the frequency of your ad insertions. Smaller, more frequently run ads might be generate more attention than larger or longer ads that you can only afford to run once or twice. So, meaning, you have to consider advertising. There are many people that hate a very very long advertise, so they might skip the whole advertisement. So you have to consider a very short but concise advertisement of your product or your event. And also you must know the audiences. Once again, the demographics come into play. So you have to know, you have to study your audiences, your target people, or your target listeners. Planning for posters. Posters are a mainstay of live event promotion and could wind up claiming a significant portion of your marketing budget. Use your demographic information to plan how many posters you'll need, how upscale they have to be, and where you're going to place them. For instance, 50 large 4-colored poster might be adequate for promoting a symphony concert, but you might need hundreds of photocopied sheets for a rock act in a club. If the event is a touring act, its management might be able to provide you with art for the posters. Oh, so we have here example. If have you noticed that? Have you noticed those international films like No Way Home of Avengers or Marvel? they have posters, and they posted it on outside in the cinemas, and just to gain the attention of the audience, or the market, or the target market, as the target customers or watchers. So planning for posters, it will do big help to that event. Last but not the least is, we have here, timing is critical. Once you have worked out how you're going to reach your audience, schedule carefully. For instance, know the submission deadlines for published entertainment calendars so that your event can be promoted in time for people to buy tickets. If you're scheduling on air interviews to publicize the event, contact the show's producers or producer will in advance of when you want the interview to air. Scheduling promotional activities is a balancing act. If your publicity appears too far in advance of the event, people can forget about it before the day of the performance. If it's too late, your target buyers might not have time to buy tickets or make plans to attend. It's generally best to have your promotion begin about a month before the event, with the publicity climaxing no later than 3 days before the event. So, the example here, if there is a concert, the producer or the organizer must release an posters in public a month before the event, and for that they will gain the customer or the watcher or the people to buy the tickets.
Hi everyone, I'm Casey Ann Estipular from BS Entrepreneurship Section 1, and I am going to share to you the key elements of event management. Let's first talk about the event infrastructure. Event infrastructure includes those essential elements without which there cannot be any event. The essential elements are core concept, core people, core talent, and core structure. The nature of this infrastructure varies with the event categories and variations in events. The second one is the core concept. Core concept is a term that can be used to define the fundamental underlying ethos and evolution of the various major categories of events. Core concepts of an event is like a root of a tree that generates the energy and lays down the base from the type of tree that shall grow. The exact size and shape that the tree takes varies from tree to tree in the same family. Thus, an entire event family can be built on each of the event categories. Core people are the people who are performing, acting, or participating in the process of influencing the audience to create a desired impact in terms of favorable position for the client's brand in the audience's mind. When the event gets underway, these are the people who hold sway and take the center stage. The personality of the core people being used in an event should match the brand personality. Core talent attracts and influences the audience. The core talent helps in creating variations in any event category. For instance, in music, whether the event is classical music concert or a pop music concert, depends on the type of instruments and the music being played.
Core structure, the presence of formal and informal organization to manage the event category as a whole is important to make it lucrative from its marketing point of view.
Target audience is the intended audience or readership of a publication, advertisement, or other message. In marketing and advertising, It is a particular group of consumers within the predetermined target market identified as the targets or recipients for a particular advertisement or message. Lastly is the client. Client are the people or organizations who act as sponsors at any event. They sponsor the events because they use events as a more effective marketing communication tool to create for themselves a desired position in the minds of the target audience. They provide funds that either fully or partially subsidize an event to make it affordable for the target audience.